This ABC15 News Update is sponsored by Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.
Hello, I'm Megan Thompson with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. And new numbers show just how much Phoenix taxpayers are expected to shell out as Maricopa County Sheriff's Office works to overhaul their traffic enforcement and internal affairs operations. Come this time next year, taxpayers could be paying about $273 million for the ongoing costs. This all stems from that 2013 profiling verdict over former Sheriff Joe Arpaio's immigration crackdown. $38 million of that money will go towards legal and compliance spending for that racial profiling lawsuit. A decade ago, a federal judge found the sheriff's office had profiled Latinos and targeted immigrants in traffic patrols. The fallout from that case has led to more than 1,900 internal affairs investigations under Arpaio's successor, Sheriff Paul Penzone. The sheriff's office must fully comply with overhauling its traffic enforcement and internal affairs operations for 3 straight years in order to be in compliance with that court order. Now to the state capitol, where Governor Katie Hobbs is asking lawmakers to send a bill to her desk that she says would provide an immediate solution to the water problems in the Rio Verde foothills. Yesterday, the governor vetoed House Bill 2441, saying it did not have an emergency clause to provide a solution. The city of Scottsdale cutting off the unincorporated community back on January 1st, citing their drought management plan. Now Governor Hobbs is pushing lawmakers to send House Bill 2561 to her desk, which would essentially force Scottsdale to revive its standpipe but create a separate district to oversee it. We spoke with one resident who has concerns.
Time consuming. It is not going to be faster if it passes, which is unlikely, frankly, because there's a lot of opposition to it. But if it passes, first they have to do a board. And that could take who knows how long, a couple of weeks at least. Then they're supposed to put together a billing utility.
Residents also pointing out the bill does not provide any funding for that to actually happen. Today, the ACLU and the city of Phoenix will be in court over a lawsuit regarding the zone cleanup. The organization is asking a judge to hold the city in contempt of court for destroying property and displacing people during their first cleanup earlier this month. The city says they didn't destroy any property without permission. The next cleanup is set for May 31st. Phoenix was ordered to complete the cleanup by July 10th. 3 Southwest states agreeing on terms for the Colorado River water usage. Arizona, California, and Nevada agreed to conserve an additional 3 million acre-feet of water in Lake Mead for the next 3 years. This is in exchange for using less water. Most cities, irrigation districts, and Native American tribes in the lower basin states will receive at least $1 billion combined in federal funding, according to the New York Times. Officials say the wet winter in the Southwest was one of the things that led to a breakthrough in negotiations. More than 1,200 people in Maricopa County died while experiencing homelessness last year. 400 of the deaths were heat-related. That's why ABC15 is teaming up with the Central Arizona Shelter Services to help Arizonans in need. To donate, scan the QR code on your screen. We are also having a phone bank tonight from 4 to 7. Also today, the University of Phoenix campus holding their annual flag planting event ahead of Memorial Day. This is starting at 7 this morning. Volunteers will begin putting out 10,000 flags that will spell out celebrate, honor, and remember.
Time for your most accurate forecast. I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosillo. As we get back to our more typical May weather conditions that include abundant sunshine and highs in the low hundreds, we're also back to dealing with another air quality alert today. It's an ozone high pollution advisory that indicates that ozone pollution will again reach unhealthy levels for folks in sensitive groups. That's kids, older adults, and anybody with any respiratory conditions. You may consider limiting your time outdoors. The afternoon hours are when we see that peak ozone pollution, and that may make it difficult for you to breathe if you're not cautious. The high today, 102 in Phoenix. It'll be another hot day with highs in the 70s to 80s across northern Arizona, but temperatures will be fairly steady all week long. Low hundreds through midweek, even through Thursday. Then we're actually falling into the upper 90s, and we'll end up right near normal Friday, Saturday, and through the Memorial Day holiday. In northern Arizona, slight chance of a spotty shower in spots north of I-40. Otherwise, looking at plenty of sunshine and highs in the 70s for spots like Flagstaff.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com or download that free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC15 News Update is sponsored by Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.